It's just a matter of how do I lay out my answer in the best possible way. And that's a little subjective. So if you want to add a sentence or you feel one sentence is unnecessary, it's totally fine. Just when someone reads it, does it make sense? Someone with zero extra knowledge. So let's do exercise 14.6, number 1, and see the subtraction. The intuitive concept of subtraction is fairly straightforward. It's the takeaway concept. So I have 2/5 and I'm taking away, oh no, 2/3. I was like, that's way too easy. Different denominator, for sure. And I have 2/3 and I'm taking away 1/5. Now, there are different ways here, but for sure I want to draw the first quantity, which just requires one rectangle, and I'm going to go vertically in 3 columns. I'm going to stick to pink for my first one, and I have 2 of those columns. Nothing too bad. Now I want to take away something, and the only catch here I feel is the thing you take away, I want to see it, but I don't actually have it. And I have to remember I don't have this that I'm taking away. And that could be a challenge in some cases. 2/5, whoops, no, we're going vertical, right? Actually, you know, I'm not going to go vertical this time. What? You already did it? The bigger question is, why are you still writing in pen months into the course? That's really lesson 1. Or get an erasable pen. My only issue, and it's open for discussion, honestly, is, let me get back to line tool here. If I now go 5ths, the only argument is that the pieces will not look the same, for obvious reasons. Okay, let's do both. In number 1, we'll do this. In number 2, we'll do it differently, and then you can decide. So what do I have here? I have 1. Technically, should I call it blue? Sure, let's go with blue. I don't have it yet. Pink is what I have. I don't have the blue. I just want to see what I have to take away. And clearly, these are not comparable. So I'm going to go common denominator again without using the words common denominator. So using the other denominator horizontally for the first quantity, somewhat similar. Yes?
But Mr. Bernanke, you said that we did this because we were adding things together.
Did what?
For subtraction.
No, we do it when we compare them. When you looked at comparing fractions to decide which one the crocodile bites, we did the same thing.
But I thought we did it because we were using addition. We were adding things together.
We did it before that as well, when we were comparing. It's because we can't add apples and oranges. We can't see if they're the same. So that's the reason why we're doing it. Whenever we have something to compare, really. And in the process of addition, there was a comparison that was necessary. So I guess maybe I made it sound as if it was just addition, but it's really the comparison sort of hurdle that we need to get over. So then the other one, still that doesn't match up. So I need to go 1/3 for the other one. I don't think they look the same. I know they are the same, because in each case, the whole rectangle is split up into 15 pieces, so they are comparable. So a single little rectangle here is the same portion of a whole as the single little square on the right. So I'm taking those away. So let's maybe do red. Let's go red. Danger. Red. So we'll zoom in a little bit. This is one option. Again, put your own spin on this. this has to be taken from the pink. So I take one of them. Oh, pink and red. Nope, that's not going to go. Black? Yeah, let's just go black. Taking that one away is that one. Taking another one away is the blue that I need to take away. Taking another one away, and all the 3 pieces I need to take away have been taken away. You know, the blue we don't actually have. I just want to see how many pieces do I need to take away. And I need to take away 3 pieces. So then I take away 3 pieces. Because the second number's representation corresponds to 3 pieces. So in the next one, they'll look identical, and maybe that'll be better. But in order to see what does the 1/5 look like, I need to draw it and visualize it, right? But I don't actually have this. Not, whoa, one step at a time. This is not what we have. It's what we're taking away. I just want to visualize it. So what we're left with, it's much less to write down here. We're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little pink pieces of what we have. So our answer is, oh no, missed the sentence. It takes 15 little pieces to make a whole rectangle. So we're left with 7/15 of a whole. Yeah, that looks better. The only catch in subtraction, in general, not necessarily for us, just in general for a student learning this, sort of struggling with this, is the thing that I want to take away, I don't actually have, but I do want to visualize it. So I have to just remember, I don't have the blue. It's in very much the opposite concept of addition. Addition, I'm putting them together, and subtraction, I just want to visualize what I'm taking away. Thoughts on that? Still easy? Fair enough. But that is the subtraction concept. So let's, in the second one, how much space do I have here? Whew. That was my new page. In the second one, let's just see if we draw them so that the pieces look identical. I think it would help to me, but you don't have to do that. We have 5/6 minus 1/4. Still no mixed numbers. But I'm visualizing, and it might be nice to say here, this is what I have. A loaf of bread split up into 6 slices, somewhat equal. And I have, I'll color it pink, 5 of them. That's what I have. What I am taking away, I do want to visualize it, but I don't have it. Oh man, that D is now going to be on the video forever. Not OCD at all. Then I want to represent it, and I'm going to go, because I've already used vertical lines for 6 pieces, I'm going to use horizontal lines for 4. It really doesn't matter. I just chose vertical because I felt like it. No one said I had to. And I don't want to color them pink because it makes me think I have it. I don't have it. I only have one of these 4 rows. So I sliced my bread along the length of the bread, weird as it may be. Still one of the 4 pieces. Clearly these are not comparable in any way until I slice the first one into 4 horizontal pieces. And the second one into 6 vertical pieces. And that might help me to see, oh yeah, they're the same now. Now I can compare all the pieces. They look the same and everything. Maybe. It's good to have options. So I'm trying to take away. Now you can write more for sure. You could say I have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5. I have 20 pink little sections. Take away 6 blue. Well, take away. I'm just going to say take away 6 of them, and we're left with 14 pink little sections. You can actually take them away on the rectangle you have, but it's not necessary. You can say, well, if I have 14 left, whoops, not pink, and it takes, how many? 24 pieces to make a whole. That means we have left 14 24ths of a whole, of course. That's always attached to the fraction. Or you can actually just do it, sort of indicate the taking away process on your rectangle. That's fine too. Or you can do both, just one. We are never simplifying, because that's an extra concept that they might not know, they don't need to know it necessarily, they can still do this. And that requires the whole canceling of common factors and things that may be a little mathy, pushing me away from the intuitive side. So I could say, well, I'm taking away that guy there, taking away that guy there, taking away that one, taking away one more, whoopsie, one more, taking away one more, taking away another one, and I have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can do it that way, you can do it mixed, you can do whatever you feel is the most intuitive. Don't feel restricted. This is just sort of a template for you to start and run with. Whatever you feel makes intuitive sense, as much as we can. So really what we've done is we've converted fraction subtraction to really just tokens. You have 20, you take away 6. That's all we've done. Something that's familiar to them at that stage, even though the fractions might not be. I don't think we need 2 more examples, but you can let me know. How do you feel about this? Yes, for sure. I'm saying one of the next 2. Let's do one, and you feel, I need that 4th one. Or no, please, make it stop. Because the addition and subtraction is not that hard. When it comes to the others, yes, we'll do all of them, but don't want to bore you. It's not a super complicated concept to take away concept. I'm not pretending that it is either. 2 1/4. But let me know, just because I'm saying it's not difficult doesn't mean you're not allowed to have any questions or anything. I should stop saying things are easy, because then it makes you feel bad if you have a question. So I start with what I have, which is now a little more to draw. rectangle, rectangle, rectangle. Sleep is a real threat when we do these. The struggle is real. I thought you were trying to blind me on purpose by reflecting in my eyes. I deserve it. I wouldn't fault you for that.
Sorry.
How dare you reference me? I'll blind you. So, I mean, technically, let's go as intuitive as possible here. But teacher, why do I need to divide them all up? I'm not going to eat into the first loaf. Yes, you're right. But definitely, at this stage, the last loaf has to be split up into 4 slices. So I'll just do the bare minimum. Let's do that. So I have all of this clearly by the frequency of the yawns. This is our last subtraction. And rightly so. It's not super complicated. That's what we have. Now I'm trying to take away something. Do I have to... I feel I do have to visualize what I'm trying to take away. Take away 2/3 of a rectangle. And because I've used columns, I'm going to go rows for the thirds. You don't like that? I think that's better. Okay. Well, you don't have to patronize me. It's not that great. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. So I just want to visualize it, but I don't think pink is the way to go because I don't actually have them. So I'll just use another color. I'm taking that away. I just want to visualize it. Now to compare them, I have to, of course, do the common denominator, which means splitting the top one into thirds horizontally and the bottom one into 4 pieces vertically. That would, I think, Timmy wouldn't even question that they're the same now. So it just sidesteps a whole questioning my authority issue. They are comparable pieces now that I have to take away. So let's do it on the diagram, I think. If I'm taking away one of them, that one goes. If I'm taking away the next one, that one goes. One more. Sure, I can do that. Ew. I'm going to have to cut into this bread, which means splitting it into 4 slices vertically the same and 3 slices horizontally the same as the last loaf. Now I can cut into it. Take one more away, it's gone. Take one more away, it's gone. One more, gone. One more, gone. One more, gone. What do I have left? Clearly, I have left one whole loaf of bread as well as another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pink pieces. Then we say, well, it takes $12 pieces to make a whole rectangle, a whole loaf of bread. So we have left 1 7/12. Yes, you have to be there. It doesn't really stand alone. You have to be there to do the takeaway action, but I think that's fine. So a mix of doing and words, and I think that's a perfectly fine representation. It doesn't stand completely on its own, but that's okay. Any questions on that? Do we need another subtraction? I don't think so. I don't think so. Seems to be more of the same.
You just take the whole away from it.
So then, yeah, with the mixed number, well, I guess that was the variation, right? That if I were to take a whole loaf of bread away, it just goes away right away. I don't have to cut into it pieces. Just take it away. And then I'm back to just the fraction. But let me know, you can do it. Let me know if you want me to check your answer. But I think that's fine. Any questions or comments on subtraction?